If you have ever stood in front of a late model BMW with a customer waiting, a lost or damaged key in your hand, and an encrypted immobilizer system staring back at you, you already know how high the pressure can get. BMW's newer BDC and BCP systems are not just about plugging in a tool anymore. They are layered, encrypted, and intentionally designed to slow you down unless you have the right knowledge and hardware. That is exactly why today's topic matters, because copying an encrypted BMW key the correct way can be the difference between a clean, professional job and hours of frustration in the workshop. This is Hussein, and you are watching Baabji Motors, where we break down real diagnostic and programming challenges exactly the way they happen in the field. Today we are talking about copying BMW BDC2, BDC3 BCP, and LCD encrypted keys using the Yanhua ACDP platform. As we get into this, about a quarter of what you need to understand comes down to knowing why BMW moved to these encrypted key systems in the first place, and how tools like ACDP work around them safely without risking module damage. This video is purely educational and informational, meant to help technicians and learners understand the workflow and logic behind the process. We are not encouraging illegal activity, and you should always follow manufacturer guidelines and local laws when working on vehicle security systems. One important question I want you to think about as you watch is this: are encrypted BMW keys really becoming harder to handle, or are most technicians simply under-equipped? Stay with me until the end, because there is a critical clarification about BCP keys with ultra-wideband support that a lot of people still get wrong. Modern BMW Immobilizer systems revolve around the body domain controller family, including BDC2, BDC3, and the newer BCP architecture, along with LCD smart keys. These systems store encrypted key data that cannot be copied with traditional EEPROM or OBD-only tools. That is where the Yanhua Mini ACDP, or ACDP2, comes in. Unlike generic programmers, ACDP uses direct communication and specialized interface boards to read and write encrypted key data safely. To perform this job correctly, you need the ACDP device itself, Module 38, which is the BDC2 Immobilizer license identified as A503, and the newer BMW BDC2, BDC3 BCP, and LCD encrypted key copying interface board set from Yanhua. Without all three, the function will either be unavailable or incomplete. Now let's talk about what this interface board set actually supports, because this is where a lot of confusion happens. When you are dealing with a BDC2 working key, meaning an original and functional key, the system supports copying data from BDC2, BDC3, BCP, and LCD original keys. The same cross-compatibility applies when you start from a BDC3 working key. In real workshop terms, that means if you have a valid, learned key from one of these systems, ACDP can extract and convert the encrypted data in a controlled way. LCD working keys follow the same logic, supporting encrypted data from BDC2, BDC3, BCP, and LCD systems. BCP keys need a bit more attention. For BCP systems without ultra-wideband, the working key data can still support BDC2, BDC3, BCP, and LCD original keys. However, when you move into BCP systems that include ultra-wideband technology, support is limited to original BCP keys with ultra-wideband. This is not a software limitation. It is a hardware security difference. Ultra-wideband adds precise location and anti-relay protection, and not all key types are interchangeable once that layer is present. Baabji Motors sees technicians overlook this detail all the time, and it often leads to failed jobs or wasted time. Connection method is another area where people make mistakes. BMW BDC2 and BDC3 encrypted chip keys require the correct interface board alignment and stable power to ensure clean data communication. BMW BCP encrypted chip keys use a slightly different connection path, reflecting the updated architecture of the module. LCD keys, which combine advanced electronics with encrypted chips, also require their own dedicated interface positioning. Rushing this step or forcing connections is one of the fastest ways to corrupt data, so patience here is not optional. So let's answer the question from the beginning. Are encrypted BMW keys becoming impossible to deal with? In my opinion, no. They are becoming more controlled, more secure, and less forgiving of shortcuts. With the right tools like Yanhua ACDP2, the correct licenses, and a clear understanding of which key types support which systems, these jobs are absolutely manageable. The technicians who struggle the most are usually the ones trying to treat modern BMW security, like older CAS or FEM systems. I would love to hear your experience with BMW BDC or BCP key work. Have you found encrypted keys to be genuinely harder? Or did upgrading your tools and workflow solve most of the problems? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Here is a useful tip many people miss. Always verify whether a BCP vehicle has ultra-wideband support before starting any key copying job, because that single detail determines whether the process will succeed or fail. And a fun fact to wrap this up, BMW introduced ultra-wideband in keys primarily to combat relay theft, not just to add convenience features, which is why security restrictions tightened so much. If this breakdown helped you, let's aim for 1,000 likes on this video. I want to see at least 100 comments sharing real workshop stories. And if you are not subscribed yet, consider subscribing. Only a small portion of viewers are actually subscribed, and hitting that button genuinely helps Baabji Motors grow, reach #1 in this niche, and keep producing deep, research-driven content like this. These videos take a lot of time, testing, and effort behind the scenes, and your likes, shares, and subscriptions directly support that work. If you relate to this content, share it with another technician who might need it. And if you see tools mentioned in the description with affiliate links, they help support the channel at no extra cost to you while staying fully transparent and FTC compliant. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.